Hey, Dan Passarelli here. I'm often asked, Dan, do dividends really matter? And the answer is yes, but it depends sort of on the context of why you want to know. Now, as far as investors go, dividends can be a really powerful tool for building wealth. When you select a portion of your portfolio that has stocks that have a high dividend yield, which we'll talk about in just a second, that can be a really great tool for growing wealth and compounding it exponentially faster and faster. Let's talk about that first. There are some stocks like this one, Annaly Capital Management, which is a REIT, symbol NLY. I've been in this one for a long time. Now, they have been paying out a 70-cent per quarter dividend, which, as you can see, is about the same as their earnings. There are actually some vehicles that you can trade where it's part of their charter. They have to pay out in dividends a certain percentage of their earnings. But anyway, this one, let's assume they're paying 70 cents a quarter always going forward. And I mean, if you want to go back here for like a 3-year period, it's been 70 cents last 2 quarters and solidly at 65 cents for several quarters. It was a little bit bigger before then, but solidly 70 cents a quarter now. So if we're going to make the assumption that they're paying 70 cents a quarter going forward, we would just simply take our calculator and say 0.7 times 4, it's $2.80 a year. And we just divide that by the stock price, and that gives us our dividend yield. So divided by 20.87. So if you own this stock and it doesn't change in price at all, and hold that thought, you make about 13.4% a year. Now the question is, what if it does change in price? Well, it's kind of an interesting answer there. If I were to pay whatever the stock is trading at right now, the dividend stays at 70 cents for the foreseeable future, which I have no reason to believe it won't, then even if the stock goes down, the amount I deposited, if you want to think about it that way, like a bond or like a bank account or something, the amount I deposited is the same, even though the value of it is different. If I were to sell it, I would take a hit on selling it, but it doesn't matter. Whatever I paid, I'm locked in at that dividend yield as long as that dividend stays 70 cents. If it goes down, dividing the dividends, the 4 quarters of dividends divided by a lower stock price would be an even bigger dividend yield. So if it goes down, I might just want to buy more shares. If it goes up, I would probably not want to buy more shares because I'd be buying at a worse dividend yield, but I'm making money not just on the dividend yield, but also on the shares. So for an investor, dividends can be a really important thing, but we're option traders. Where do dividends fit into option traders? So with shares of a stock, if you own them, you get the dividend if you're holding it on the X date. But if you own calls instead, you don't get the dividend. You'd have to exercise your calls in order to be long the shares in order to get the dividend. Now, you would only do that if there's very little time premium, less time premium than the dividend, and include the interest rate in that calculation as well. You would have to exercise the call if it made sense to, in order to get that dividend. Just holding the calls does not get you that. Holding puts, same thing, doesn't matter. Long calls, long puts, short puts, dividend is not something that you're going to get. So, I hope that helps. This is Dan Passarelli. Trade smart.